I've gotten to the point where I've realized that supposed to's hurt us, and I started pondering on this, like the concept of supposed to's, like, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to have that. And I realized that, whatever's happened in your life has happened. And I think to some degree it had to happen that way. Because I was looking at Psalms 139. I'm going to read for you because it's actually, read the whole chapter of 139, Psalms 139. It's so beautiful because I think it gives you a view of who God is in relation to your identity and in relation to, just life as a whole, especially if you're a person, you're young, you're saying, no, I'm supposed to have been married at 25, or I'm supposed to have had this at this age, I'm supposed to have this at this age. Let me bring peace, because this brought me a whole lot of peace. And I'm just going to read from Psalms 139 verse 16, which says, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Okay, now I'm going to read it in another translation, the Message translation, which says, like an open book, you watched me grow from conception to birth. All the stages of my life were spread out before you. The days of my life all prepared before I'd even lived one day. God has prepared your life. Like when I sat there and I thought about it, I'm like, God has prepared your life before you existed in any of them. How yesterday went, God prepared for it to be like that. Now, obviously, there's free will, but God's sovereignty still reigns. However your life is looking, whether you're only going to get married in your 40s, whether you're only going to have that car in your 50s, God has prepared your life. And sometimes when you say, I'm supposed to have done this, who told you that? Who? Because God is preparing your life. God is ordaining and establishing your steps. And when I realized that, no man, what if everything that has happened in my life happened because God planned it to be this way? That truly in my late 20s, I am here celebrating that I have my license. Only in my late 20s. That is what God wanted, and that's what God had for me. And truly, I experienced the joy of finally, just an example, accomplishing this license in my late 20s. But if I sit and say, no, I was supposed to have done it in my 18s when I was 19, you are only ruining it for yourself, to be frank, because no one is placing it on you. But God has planned your days. He has, I think